We've been a stockist of Evolution Cosmetics for about 10 years now. And they've decided that they wanted us to be their new flagship destination, which is quite a flattering compliment for us. And so that's what today is all about.
I'm going to ask you a question and you can answer it to me. You don't have to look at the camera.
And in 3, 2, 1, action.
We at Anti-Aging Art have been working with Evolution for a number of years, and Evolution has been incredibly supportive in engineering specific protocols for us to work with so that we could achieve the ultimate goal, which was a happy patient and more than satisfactory result in terms of skin health.
I love the pumpkin peel. It made a very big difference in my skin, and I think that's why I love it so much. It just really helps to balance that oil in the skin and controls your breakouts.
I think that all of the episodes that we've made here have really prepared us for these types of events, and it was quite nice. It was easy and it felt like now becomes second nature. I think that they see value in partnering with us because they know that we will always do what's best for the patients. And when you combine the expertise and the care together with good products, you get the best outcome for the patients, and that's just good for everybody.
What makes Evolution very unique to me is that there's literally a product for every skin type, every concern, and you can literally treat anyone with the professional products available as well. So it's very inclusive to the diversity that we have in South Africa.
The trainers and the reps have absolutely changed my perception on product brands as well. Very welcoming, friendly, and also learning a lot about the products, not just selling us something.
Always there for us if we have any problems, if we need to address certain concerns of patients. We can ask them about advice on different products and ingredients, and they're always here doing training for our girls, making sure that everybody's up to date with the newest and the latest products. So this is the Evolution Legacy Award for years of excellence, and it was their way again of recognizing our contribution that we've had working together. So we obviously couldn't have provided all of these things to our patients without them, and so we are also very grateful to have them. Here's to 10 years of success and the many more still to come. Okay, you relax. Put your hands behind your head so that you're nice and safe. And then we're going to start. You know, we always say that summer bodies are made in winter. And so we'll be working on Chantal's stubborn fat pockets, the things that we like to call diet and exercise fat, the ones that are resistant to diet and exercise. And so it's never a replacement for eating properly, for going to gym, for building some muscle, but it does allow us to just refine little parts of her body. So we'll be using phosphatidylcholine today. It's an enzyme that breaks down the cell walls of the fat cells. And then as your white blood cells eat all of that accumulated fat, you tend to lose the volume on a daily basis as you clear your white blood cells. This is why we tell people that summer bodies are made in winter, because that process of clearing takes 3 months.
So what happened in the room while I was doing my procedures, when they're drawing up the PPC for me and I was laying on the bed, they spray some numbing spray and then he injects all around on the area that the stubborn fat, what I was struggling to lose by myself.
Dis goed.
Ow! Nooit was
Sorry.
No, it's not my first time doing this procedure. It was my second time doing this procedure.
Sorry.
Dan lag jy.
Now we can do the back.
That wasn't that bad, it's still shoe.
Mooi Chantal.
The procedure, the first time, I didn't know what to expect, so yes, it was painful. Today, when I did the PPC again, it wasn't as bad. There is some parts that was a bit sore, but it wasn't that bad that I wanted to fly off the bed, but yeah.
You can roll over for us.
We need a blanket here for my makeup, so please. I did alter my diet. That's why I'm doing it the second time. Because the first time I did it, it helped a lot. I saw the results for my first time. That's why I want to do it again. Still struggling to lose a little bit, so that's why I'm doing it the second time.
You'd be able to notice a difference with just one treatment. It does take about 1 ml to reduce about 1 ml of fat. But again, none of this is guaranteed. You know, we've got that normal distribution curve. That's why we have alternatives like the fat freezing, like the cryosculpting, and we combine these as we need to. Often we need to then get to the skin. We use things like the Endymed or biostimulants or redermalization to get the skin to tighten, and that's more what the patient needs than actual fat reduction. So we do a little bit of massage just to make sure everything evenly spreads out. Remember, we've got that little lignocaine in there so that you don't feel too much afterwards. But you can expect a little sensitivity, a bit of bruising. So even tonight, if it feels a bit sore, you can take an anti-inflammatory. But let us know if anything out of the ordinary happens, anything unusual. How are you feeling? You okay?
Yeah, all good.
You can keep some pressure here. Once we do the treatment, the patients do feel a little bit of sensitivity, so we'll mix it with some local anesthetic just so that they don't feel the initial pain and tingling of the substance going into the skin. Obviously, we spray the skin with a local anesthetic as we inject so they don't feel the needle going in. And we do advise people that they should expect a little bit of bruising, some swelling, but it tends to settle over about a week. So you should lose up to 1 ml per ml of what we've injected. Ignore what you see now because we've just essentially added, 30 ml of fluid. So you should be 30 ml fatter, but that'll absorb within a day or two. Okay? Okay, good.
It boosts your confidence a bit because, you know, you see results after a couple of weeks and you see something has changed. It gives you a bit more confidence to just do a lot with anything.
So my name is Carla van Skalkwyk and I am a qualified dermal esthetician. I also worked with Dr. Reza 4 years ago and he's also the doctor that works on my face, and that's why we decided to do facial profiling today. So we know every face is different and that's what makes you unique at the end of the day, but just to get that little bit more symmetry, when I started off with Dr. Reza, the one side of my face was hanging slightly more than the other side, so that's what we've been working on over the last few years, is to still look like yourself but just basically enhance the features that you have. So I started off as Dr. Reza's assistant. So I worked alongside him every day, assisting him in the skin treatments as well as the toxin, the facial treatments that we did in practice.
Turn a little this way. We really need a tiny 2 drops here and here. Sorry. I don't know if that's... Can you handle one more?
Yeah.
That was terrible, I know. You can blame now.
It happens.
You didn't say nose.
Sorry. Just keep your eyes closed. Carla has been our friend for many years, and today we'll be working on balancing her profile with small amounts of filler, small amounts of toxin, and it will allow us to maintain her beauty, her individual beauty. And this is what we like to focus on here with our patients, is we like to make sure that we take their individual beauty and uniqueness and we build onto it. We don't try to make them look like a standard cookie cutter. So we know what your face looks like when these muscles are relaxed. You just want to give it a little boost on the jawline. You won't look bulky. So you know everybody's different left to right. But one of the things that you have that's different left to right is that your jawline on the side is more indented. But we just work on it then. Remember, actual symmetry doesn't exist. but the closer you get to symmetry, the nicer it looks. So after this, important not to smile. So after these injections, because if you do, you can shift the filler.
That's difficult.
We'll try to be less funny.
Regarding the fillers, only I would say once a year, maybe once in 2 years, as it does last a little bit longer. And like I said, the end goal is to still look like myself and still look natural. So Dr. Reza really respects that. So regarding the toxin, I would say every 4 to 6 months I come for a treatment, so that would be about twice a year.
Any of our staff who leave here on good terms are always welcome back. And we still keep them all the time on our staff prices because it's our way of still saying thank you. We still appreciate them even if they don't work here anymore. Can I get a 0.1 blue in room 1, please? A 0.1 blue. Just think we need a little bit extra here. You know, filler is operator dependent. So a lot of the fears that people have about filler are not the actual filler that they're scared of, but the filler, the people doing the injections. And that's why we're so clear about art meets science. The filling of the faces is the art side of it. When to start, when to stop, how much to use, how to massage it and how to keep it in place. These are all parts of the art in the art meets science. So when we inject, we go nice and slow. We make sure that we follow our safety protocols. And this also tends to give us the best outcome and the best long-term results. If we layer these fillers in gentle layers and we allow the skin to acclimatize and accommodate the skin with those new changes with the filler, then we get the best outcome. So even in a patient that ends up having 3 or 4 mils in their face, if we do it nice and slow, we don't have to worry about them looking funny. I always say, you know, if you're walking from here to that wall at the back of the property, if you're walking step by step, you're not about to trip and land on the wall. So that's how we work. We take it nice and gentle and let the face talk to us and show us what it needs. When we need a bit more filler, we tend to use things like the platelet-rich fibrin because we're able to get more volume and more value and other benefits for the patient out of that type of a treatment.
Wow.
All done.
Thank you.
One more spray.
So Dr. Reza, the type of person that he is, firstly, everyone here feels like family. So feels like home when you walk in, but also when it comes to your face, it's the first thing someone sees. And Dr. Reza always says that at the end of the day, it must be timeless elegance. And you've seen him work now, that it looks like he sees the muscles underneath the skin. So I completely trust him.
It's okay. Our patient is fine. Just remember not to rub your frown for the next 4 hours. There has been a lot of fear-mongering, I think, going around the internet about fillers. And yes, there are certain fillers that will draw more water, some which are made to not draw in water. And so it's about knowing which filler to use in which part of the face or body, and then to apply them appropriately without overfilling. So filler in itself, there's nothing to fear. I guess it's a lot like a car. It depends who's behind the wheel.